I'm Malia. I'm Millie. I'm Molly.
I'm Emma.
I'm Emily.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Bridget.
And we came to Grafton and you're listening to Smash FM.
Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday. Of course, let's head up to our friends in New South Wales in particular, of course, being with the Under-17s Division 3 champions in the state titles, of course, on the long weekend about 3 weeks ago. Of course, that's the Grafton Netball Association. Of course, we've got most of the team joins us right now that tell us a bit about it. Thanks all you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves. And for the players in particular, what position did all you play on the court?
My name's Malia and I played goal shooter and wing attack. My name's Millie and I played goalkeeper.
My name's Molly. I played centre and wing attack.
My name's Ava and I played goal defence.
My name's Emily. I played goal defence and wing defence.
My name's Olivia. I played goal shooter and goal attack.
My name's Ashley and I played goal attack and goal shooter.
My name's Bridget and I played centre.
Amy, coach. Trudy, manager.
So tell us a bit about the amazing state titles about 3 weeks ago.
State was a really fun experience. We played, a few of us girls have played together since 15s and a couple we came up from the 15s. But it was such a fun 3 days because we just all enjoyed playing with each other and having fun off the court and on the court. It was really good playing against other teams, making new friends. Yeah. Especially Kiama. Kiama can do this with us.
You shout out to
You knocked out Queanbeyan for top spot by the end of the state titles. How special was that? And when did you know you won the state titles? Was there any particular game on the final day, I'm assuming?
No,
we knew the second half.
Yeah, we knew 2 games before the end that we'd won.
But it didn't really matter because we still played our best.
I think I looked down at Ava as the captain and she was having a little rest on the bench and I said, "Hey, feeling, captain?" And she's like, "Yeah, good." And then she looked up, she said, "Wait, does this mean we've won? If we win this game?"
So obviously you had a feeling that you had won 2 games out. I guess how did you try to play the last 2 games?
From the coaching point of view, we decided to not let the girls know. However, their excitable parents let the cat out of the bag. But we still just, every time they sort of got excited, we just kept saying, 1 game to go, 1 game to go. Have to finish off strong. Let's go out the end of day 3 undefeated for the day.
Which we did.
We only lost 1 game the entire time, the whole weekend. So by 1 goal. Yeah.
That game that you lost by 1 goal, was that the turning point of the state titles for the team?
I think it was.
Yeah.
That was a tough game too.
Yeah.
We had a good day 1, so we no one really came near us day 1. I'm kind of glad day 2 was the day we were pushed.
Yeah.
We had a couple of easy games to start off with, and then we were pushed really hard for 3 games in a row. And it was the 3rd game, which was the last game of the day, that we went down to by Queanbeyan. I actually thought the 2 teams before them, which was Sapphire Coast and Woiwoi, I thought they were better teams than Queanbeyan, but yeah, that last game was, one of the third game in a row that was really tricky. So we had to really dig deep and build the next morning and do a little bit of soul searching, bit of bonding, bit of levitation. Actually, got us back on top. Bit of a magic trick in the morning on day 3. Yes, singing.
Yeah. Because that was really our game that pushed us the most out of the whole season. Even at carnivals, even when we went into Newcastle, sort of that day, which really pushed us, and we weren't I don't know, maybe like we weren't prepared enough and we sort of just dropped our heads and let it get to us, but we still played really well. Like, even though it wasn't our best game, we still played really well as a team. Just sort of got to us and we sort of dropped our heads a bit, but it happens.
So was it a relief or a celebration once you found out after the last game that you had it all wrapped up?
Oh, we were so good.
We were jumping on everyone.
Yes.
So a lot of these girls have been doing this now for like 7 years and haven't taken home the championship at all. Grafton under 17s Division 3 haven't taken home the championship in 21 years. So this was the first time in 21 years that we've brought home the championship. So it's great.
Who got to hold the trophy first?
Oh, I got given it. One of the but I handed it straight over to our captains.
Okay, so how good was it to hold the trophy and obviously made a bit of history by obviously winning the under 17s for the first time in 21 years? Oh, there's the trophy right there.
Pride of place.
It was kind of scary holding it because it was raining and it's glass. I was holding it so hard.
Ava's our captain, so she was the one in charge of holding the trophy for the photos, and it actually decided to rain during presentation.
Ava, obviously, as your coach just said, it rained just in time for presentations. Were you afraid that you were going to drop it?
Yeah. Yeah. The rain held us. I thought we were going to get rain at Saturday, and it held out until right as we sat down. And then the lady that was doing the presentation, like the sheet was like flying over and got all windy, and everyone was having to sit in it for like 10 minutes or that.
And then in a bus. So how long, ladies? On the way home now.
10 hours.
10 hours. 10 hours. 10 hours.
Yeah.
In our wet tracksuits.
And like 5,000 donuts.
As well as that, I'm assuming you would have got a patch that you're state champions. I guess. So where is I guess I'm assuming that he's going to be putting that on your jacket or something like that, or has that been done yet?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Has it sunk in 3 weeks on?
No. I still watch the videos of the girls on my phone. I get goosebumps from head to toe. It's unreal.
I'm just gonna move on.
But it didn't really feel, even like straight after, it
Doing a
didn't feel
HSS.
like it won.
Yeah.
Me too. It didn't really feel like, it obviously felt, it was really good on the way home, but it was like, it didn't really like feel like we won. Like I felt like obviously it felt amazing to win, like in the moment, but then afterwards when you sit down, it's like sort of sad because it's like the season's over as well. But it was a lot of.
It's sad because a lot of these girls now age out. And so once you get to, you can do 2 years and then under 17s here for our girls here, but then, most of them have done that. So the team as it is no longer. So
And it was just a bloody
it was a great year.
They're a great team.
Presented, I can see by the team photo that they got presented by one of the New South Wales Swiss players. How special was that? And did you get a chance to get any advice from a Swift player?
She was pretty on the move.
Yeah. I think the rain dampened any kind of, usually they'd hand all the patches out individually, but we ended up doing that back in our, at the Players Village in our tents because it was kind of like, these are your winners, here, quick photo and out of the rain. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, look, I think who was next year in the photo? Got to try and rub a little bit of that talent, right?
Yeah.
So I have to ask, what makes this team so special throughout the whole week or the weekend that you were there?
Company. Humour.
Passion.
Compassion. Adele and their songs. They've got a great song. I'll send it to you.
The bars.
Yeah.
We really enjoy each other's company. On the court, off the court, everything.
Most of them go to the same school as well, so that makes it, yeah,
Just a good group of friends.
really good group of friends. And a great bunch of girls.
The players in particular, where did the love of netball start and what does it mean now?
Where did it start?
Right here on these courts.
I remember Molly was started during summer comp with her twin sister, Emily. They didn't actually play a season of Saturday netball. I remember coming fresh summer comp. Twilight comp it was of a night, and then they stayed on. And I think Em made her first rep team the following year. So she had only been playing for about 12 months when she made the 12th rep team, and then Mol watched her do that for a year and went, I've got to get in on this. Liv's been playing here in Grafton since she was 5, 4.5. Ash was 7. Malia, when did you start here? 7. Millie did development. Did you play in Grafton? No. Bridget, when did you start? 7, Ava?
You know, 6.
Yeah, so they've all picked up their first netball here on the courts in Grafton with our Net Set Go program and their Saturday teams and clubs. And most of them are still playing together now. We're just organised to play together in an all-age carnival, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was organised.
That was organised.
Coming up in August, they want one last hurrah together.
Oh, that's it's a two-part question, also for the players to answer as well. What does it mean to play for Grafton, and what have you learned from the person to your right?
Do you come back around?
Means I get to represent a team that I care about, that I'm very encouraging, and I learn from the person to my right that,
Which is Millie.
to always be happy.
To play for Grafton, it just represents like the small town groups that we've got around, and it's just so nice to play with people who like I love and just love being around. And then what I've learned from Molly is to just be goofy. Molly loves to just be out there, and yeah, I think it's so good to just learn that from her. So
Thanks. To play for Grafton, it means that I'm able to play for your community and just play with your team and connect with each other. And what I learned from Ava this year was Sorry. What I learned from Ava this year was her dedication on the court when playing, and also penguins was her favorite whenever we got cranky on the court or just needed a distraction. And,
Playing for Grafton means a lot to me. I get to play with like some of my closest friends, and it makes me really happy to like put on my dress whenever I play and say, yeah, I play for Grafton, not anymore, but like now, before. And what was it I learned from you? I have played with Emily in defense for couple of years, and I've learned a lot from her, playing with her, playing against her sometimes even, and I just Love it bits. Yeah, well, I don't know what I've learned from that. I've learned friendship. Wow. Okay, go. Let's just go.
Playing for Grafton, putting on my dress, it just means that we're playing for our hometown. They always say purple, travelling for Grafton. Like Grafton's just always with you. And what I've learned from Olivia is her humour on and off the court. When we're down each end of the court, she's always laughing, always giggling, and still manages to get her shots in. What it means to play for Grafton is to like represent what it's for, like younger people, and be a role model. And I've learned from Ashley how not to fall down. And just to keep going no matter how hard it gets.
Yeah, good. I think that playing for Grafton is about like building friendships and family and representing your community. And something I learned from Bridget is that just give everything 110% no matter what.
To play for Grafton means I get to play netball. And something I learned from Malia was I was thinking
I am to your right.
something I learned from Amy was how to play netball.
Lovely. Yay! Oh, do you want us to go?
Yeah,
We're not players. We're not players.
Yeah.
Well, I was playing for Grafton until I did my knee earlier. But coaching these girls means a lot to me. Best bunch of girls to coach. The biggest thing that probably meant the most to me this year was that these girls have been doing this for a long time. They had their first 2 years. They didn't get to represent Grafton. We weren't allowed to travel the first year due to COVID. The second year we went into lockdown the night before we were getting on the bus to head down there. And then the third year we got there, we got rained out. The courts turned to rivers by game 3, day 1, and we stayed for the 3 days hoping that it would clear, and it got worse. And each day play was cancelled. Then we got down there in the 15s. No, 14s was rained out. 12s, 13s COVID. 14s rained out. 15s we played. The first time I coached the 17s, part of this group in 15s, they came in 5th. That year I feel they really could fly it. They lost a couple of games day 1 due to just not being ready for the high demands of state. And then I had the 16s contingent for 15s, and we come in 3rd, so we did a couple better, and now they've joined forces. Those 2 15 years teams that I had, they've got the win in 17. So that would probably be my highlight, the fact that the road has been long and tough for them, and we got to do it before they all aged out. And something I've learned from Malia is keep going. We're all capable of learning new things. Malia overcome some struggles on the court this year, and she's a changed person, and I feel she'll just be bigger and better next year from that. Yeah. What about you, Truce? Did you want to go?
Well, yeah, okay. What it means, Grafton for me, is I'm not local to Grafton, and I've made a netball family here with the girls and with the parents and with the coaching and with the executive and everybody here, a part of Grafton Netball Association. Fantastic. And what I've learned from all of the girls is their teamwork, their love for each other, their fun, their humour, and I'm very proud of all of them.
It really is more than just a ball game.
it really is. They are a family, and I think that's why they took them
absolutely.
in, because they just on and off the court. Yeah, correct. They are just
Humour.
Yeah,
They were their what were they called? Your team values.
yeah,
Passion, humour, and teamwork.
yeah.
So Ava, I need to ask you this question, being captain. What did it mean to you to be captain of this amazing team and obviously win it with this team?
I could not be happier to be a part of this team. I'm so proud of everyone. It's taken us this long to get this far, and as captain, I didn't really do anything. Like I was called captain, and I did like the tosses and that, but it was the whole team that, you know, put the work and put it across. Like I may be called captain, but we were all.
Oh, that was what a cutie. There was some motivation speeches there in the huddles, Ava.
Yeah. Well, come there.
So we'll finish with some light-hearted questions about the team, which is who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team? I know there was a fair few dancing by a look at the association page earlier today.
Oh, funniest girls.
This pair right here.
And
Really,
yeah.
absolutely.
So their room is nuts.
Yeah.
Magic trick. I don't know coming from. Girls stand up, best dancer.
Molly.
Yeah. We did a bit of a rock and roll.
Was that a similar dance that I saw in the video that the association put up as a team?
And Molly definitely had a rock and roll facial tongue out Gene Simmons thing happening. And what was the third one? Singer. Girls.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, you can see why we've had a lot of fun.
Yes. Did either did either of you have a pre-game superstition, ritual, or routine?
Oh,
yes.
Oh my God, superstition. Oh, how long have you got? The list is long.
There was
Not very long.
Yeah, well, there was like Amy had to wheel the trolley to the court on the first day on our first game. We won, and we were all standing on the left. So from every game after that, we had to stand on the left-hand side of the court. One of our executives didn't change her socks the whole time they were down there. Yeah. The kids didn't get washed because we didn't want to wash away the bad juju, the good juju. So like the list is long.
our shooters run with the game ball before every game, and they just stand around in a semicircle, and they have to all get it in one after another. So if one of them misses, it's usually the last person has to start again.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're like, no, and we're all waiting in our team huddle for the shooters. There was a lot of things.
There's a lot of superstition.
I think they played a levitation game. It was like a magic trick where they would.
Should we do it?
Anyway, on the start of day 3, after we lost the game, we decided on our ending that we'd do the little magic trick that they do and lift the team to levitate us. And we definitely felt like it added to how good we went on day 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I might get used to do that at the end of the interview. So demonstrate that to us. And then we'll finish with these two-part question. The first one is who had the most embarrassing moment throughout the weekend?
Hey, I fell asleep on the bus on the way down.
Oh, I maybe fell asleep at the dinner table.
Hey, you sponsored.
We're cutting that. That is not it.
I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. I woke up and you guys were like, "Oh, are we crying?" And I was like, "No," and then I did actually fart, and then I was like, "No, that was mine." Oh my god, cut that. No, it's nothing embarrassing. Yeah, embarrassing. Oh, at the end of the day, at the end of like the last game playing against Hamworth, the hooter went, we all started rushing to each other, we were screaming, we were jumping, we were like, yes, we won. Girls, can you stay on court? Ashley had to take the shot and missed twice.
And then there was another obstruction on the penalty shot. And they were all just like jumping around wanting to cut.
Yeah.
And what was the other question?
What was the pre-game hype song?
Someone like you,
Ah.
Would you like to sing it?
You know, if they want, if you want to.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me.
Probably a little bit depressing, but they rock out. They own it.
Yes.
They get in the, it's the vibe.
Well, Oi, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. Congratulations on winning the state titles. Well deserved, and can't wait to see where this team can go when obviously you said now most of you are going to be in the Opens side of things. So hopefully all goes well, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No worries, and that's the Grafton under-17, of course, netball state champions team. Of course, they knocked out Queanbeyan for the top spot on the final day to win the state titles. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 15th year celebration.
Okay, ready? Yeah.
I'm Malia.
I'm Millie.
I'm Molly.
I'm Emma.
I'm Emily.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Bridget.
And we came to Grafton, and you're listening to Smash FM.